It's Property Tribes TV and we're on location at the NOWS conference in London, and I'm delighted to welcome John Heron, Managing Director of Paragon. So John, welcome. Paragon are one of my favourite lenders. You're a big supporter of the buy-to-let sector, so you obviously believe in it. What are your thoughts on the future of buy-to-let?
Well, the future of buy-to-let is inextricably tied up with the future of the private rented sector, and the good news is, tenant demand is running at very high levels. It's going to increase further. We have over 15% of property in England at present rented in the private sector. It's going to be 20% within 5 years, and that means there are fabulous opportunities for landlords, professional and smaller portfolio landlords. Buy-to-let is an incredibly important element of that equation because it provides the fuel, if you like, that allows landlords to grow their portfolios. So, the future looks bright, but I wouldn't pretend that there aren't challenges ahead.
No, definitely. What, are you going to be developing any new products to help landlords move forwards in these challenging conditions?
Well, we're looking at products and the whole process around mortgages all the time. And the UK mortgage industry is a very dynamic place. So pretty much on a weekly basis, we're looking at the pricing of product, the positioning of it, the credit quality of the business that's coming through, and asking ourselves, is there a product that can be added to this range that will meet landlord needs in a way that is better than what we've got out there at the moment? Is there something that will secure us a better share of the market? Are there ways of processing it that are faster and simpler and easier, whilst of course all the time maintaining really strong credit standards, which is what we're known for? Absolutely,
because you weren't really affected too much by the credit crunch because you didn't take on too many self-cert mortgages and that kind of thing. So you've been very strong throughout, haven't you?
Well, we spent 15 years, frankly, following the launch of buy-to-let, building a really strong portfolio based on very high standards of lending, which themselves are built around know who you're lending to.
Yes.
Understand what the competence is of your customer as a landlord, and only lend to people who are going to make credible landlords. And at the same time making sure that we lent against property that itself was a sustainable rental proposition.
Very much so.
And that's what protected our credit quality through the crisis, and we've come through it in great condition.
Now, what are your views on people that say that you can buy property without putting your hand in your pocket, that you can get, 100% mortgage, buy no money down, etc.? Because to my mind, there are simply no legitimate ways of doing that. What do you say to them? Well,
these sorts of schemes abounded on the internet in the middle of the property boom, and they were attractive to the vulnerable, to the desperate, to people who were just wanted any scheme that would turn the small pile of money they'd got into a bigger pile.
Yeah, overnight millionaire.
And it's not exclusive to the property market. In boom times you see all sorts of asset-based investment schemes. What I would say is that this is snake oil. It's the modern equivalent of snake oil. It's, if it looks too good to be true, then it's not true. And we're delighted that most of these schemes have been driven out the market. There are some out there peddling the same thing today. It's just as unbelievable now as it was then. And we, along with the industry more generally, are calling on the regulators to do something about this. Because vulnerable individuals do stand the chance here of being seriously ripped off.
Absolutely. In your sort of criteria when you're doing assessing somebody for a mortgage, are you looking for the signs that this might be going on?
Yeah, the key thing is obviously investigate the credit experience of the background of the individual you're lending to. We require that everybody we lend to is already a property owner, and that can be analysed. We clearly have a preference for professional landlords, and they will have a track record and a number of properties at the moment, so you can see how they perform. But also, of course, we look at the property in detail, and we employ our own surveyors to do that, so that when we're lending 75% against a property, we're very sure that that's what we're doing.
And that the person is putting in a genuine 25% deposit.
Exactly.
Yes. Quick question, do you think we'll ever see the return of the 85% loan to value buy-to-let?
I think there are 85% products around today, not many, but there are a few.
Strict criteria.
There are a few 80% products. I think it can be entirely valid to lend at that level, but you do have to ensure that the affordability of that mortgage is spot on. And that means that the relationship of rent to the mortgage payment has to be absolutely secure and believable.
So, but as a lender, moving forwards, Paragon are confident about the buy-to-let industry in the UK for the long term.
Yeah, this is not only a market here to stay, this is a market that is going to boom over the coming years. The real issue is whether or not the landlord community and global finance can keep up with it.
Very much so. Well, thank you so much for taking time to speak with us. A really pleasure to meet you. That's John Heron, Managing Director of Paragon Mortgages, right here on Property Tribes TV. Thank you for watching.